dead ones alive. As those women and those kids whose tears were hid, as the world went staggering by. Jim Conley watches ships sail out through flags at Kingston Quay, and starving Dublin sends its toll of guardian Fusiliers. Food for the guns that over the world have thunder murders been, and Dublin's broken Union men die first on Flanders Field. The Citizen Army is out today, and if you wonder why, Jim Larkin came this way to nail the boss's line, that the iron guys on their limbs and lies would crush them till they die. As those women and those kids whose tears were hid, as the strikers went marching by. Ducker and Carter and heaver of coal were only the backwash end, till Larkin built that union up and the bosses feared again. From the old North Wall to Liberty Hall was a deadline of unskill, in a newborn fight for the workers' rights that the bosses thought they'd kill. Citizen Army is out today, if you wonder why. Go ask them in the grey and green where the starry plough flies high. It isn't only the bosses we challenge now, for Conway has cast a die. As those women and those kids whose tears were hid, as the troopers went marching by. But dead or alive, there are those who strive, a glorious thing to do. For Conley built that union up for the likes of me and you. The Citizen Army is out today, and if you wonder why, go ask the lords of the banking house if their cash returns behind. They're there and we're here, it's a fight to the knife again. The Citizen Army is out today, come the workers arise again. The Citizen Army is out today, come the workers arise again. The Citizen Army is out today, come the workers arise again. Citizen Army. Irish Citizen Army. Oh, I need the refuel. Dental work is killing me. I hate doing that live. Not very mannerly, is it? Okay. A song written by Patrick Pearse, one of the leaders of the Easter Rising. It was a call for Irish to come home and fight in the rebellion in 1916 instead of going and fighting for foreign armies and dying on Flanders fields. She oro shirava walya oro Shiravahoalya, Oro Shiravahoalya, Aneshar Haktan Tauri, Shiravahavan Balan Verbea Tave, Inyavende Hara, Esel Merlos, Yiltales, Nagale. Oro Shiravahoalya, Oro Shiravahoalya, Oro Shiravahoalya, Aneshar Haktan Tauri, Tagranuel Chakter Salya, Ogli Armale Mayar, Iwel Venix Nagamas Pani, Iskeri Uberyali. Oro Shiravahoalya, Oro Shiravahoalya, Oro Shiravahoalya, Aneshar Haktan O either ye the Varka Vakamunum Yan ye Yakshaktan Granuel, August Mila Gaskia, a forge and the Yali. Oro Shiravahoalya, Oro Shiravahoalya, Oro Shiravahoalya, Aneshar Tauri. Okay. So, only one song I can follow up with. Let's see. Wrong capo. Somewhere. I've lost my capo. Oh, there it is. The song was actually written by a priest, Father O'Neill. I believe he was parish priest at Belfast, St. Peter's. And down the glen one Easter morn, to a city fair rode I. There armed lines of marching clans, and squadrons pass me by. No fife did hum, no battle drum did sound its low tattoo, but the Angelus bell or the Liffey swell rang out in the foggy dew. Right proudly high over Dublin town, we hung out the flying wall. 'Twas better to fight neath an Irish sky than die at Suvla or Sud El Bar. From the plains of Royal Meath, strong clans came hurrying through. Britannia's Hunter with their long-range guns sailed in with the foggy dew. Well, the night fell black and the rifles made perfidious Albion read. For the laden rain, 7 tongues of flame shot out o'er the lines of steel. a shining blade of prayer was said that to Ireland their sons will be true. The morning broke, still the war flag shook its folds in the foliage. Was England barred or wild geese go, that small nations might be free? But their lonely graves are by Suvla's waves on the fringe of the great North Sea. Oh, had they died by Pierce's side, or fought with Conley true, their names we would keep o'er the Fenian sleep, beneath the shroud of the foggy June. When the bravest fell and the requiem bell rang mournfully and clear, for those who died that Eastertide in the springtime of the year, the world did gaze in deep amaze at those fearless one but few, for the fight that freedom's light might shine through the foggy June. Back down the glen I rode again, me heart with grief full sore, for I parted then with gallant friend I ne'er would see more. To and fro in my dreams I go, I'll always think of you. Slavery fled, oh our rebel dead, when you fought in the foggy June. Slavery fled, oh our rebel dead, when you fought in the foggy June. Slavery fled, oh our rebel dead, when you fought in the foggy June. Slavery fled, oh our rebel dead, when you fought, 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 when you fought in the foggy June. Yes, you did. Okay, what we got next? No brain cells. Okay, I'll change it. Guitar. Apologies, I have to keep drinking water here. It's a dental workers. Okay. And this song is called Tribute to a Comrade, and that comrade would be Seamus Costello. He was one of the founders of our movement, the Irish Republican Socialist Movement. He was the first chairperson of the IRSP and chief of staff of the INLA. He was assassinated in Dublin in October 1977, I think. At his graveside, a funeral, oration, Nora Connolly O'Brien, the daughter of James Connolly, said that Seamus was the only one truly understood what James Connolly meant when he spoke of his vision of freedom for the Irish people. It's quite a while since I've sung this song. It was written by John Gilligan from Limerick in the first person. Tribute to a Comrade. The wind, it blew cold that October, as I watched the sad cortege depart. I knew the bright sunshine of springtime, there would ease a dead chill in my heart. As we slowly came down from the chapel, we marched so slow to his grave. For us, that great lover of mankind, for us always his lifetime he gave. His brilliance shone forth like the morning, as he rose up to champion the weak, and our jailers in his island dungeon card when Costello dared all for to speak. For his was the voice of the worker, and justice for all was his creed. And he told us, arise in your greatness and conquer this world full of greed. Not bigots nor hate can divide us, as we fight for the flag of the free. Not murder nor armies defeat us, when we strike out for our liberty. And his voice came back from the coffin, as his shoulders close to my cheek. Go on, ever onward, my comrade, and build up that nation you see. No power in this world can stop us, can stop you. The assassin, his frail, can't you see? And remember, as you bury my body, my spirit is always free. I stride along you, beside you, as you march on to your destiny. Remember, I was willing to trade it, my life for your liberty. It was cold when we buried that hero, and many is a heart cried with pain. We knew as we buried our comrade, it ne'er sees likes e'er again. His words seemed to ring in the morning as we sadly departed his grave. Remember, you were born to be free then, that quisling, not lucky, not slave. My work in this life was an honor, so take up my struggle with pride. Doing that this cold day is beaten, and I, Seamus Costello, have not died. Yes, my work in this life was an honor, so take up my struggle with pride. Doing that this cold day is beaten, and I, Seamus Costello, have not died. The boy general, Seamus Costello. We got next. Miriam Daly. Miriam Daly was assassinated at her home in Andersonstown in Belfast. On June 26, 1980. She was a former chairperson of the IRSP. At the time of her death, she was head of the IRSP Prisoners Welfare Department. Her husband James wrote a tribute to her. I was a neighbour of the Dalys at Andersonstown, a few doors away. We decided to put the poem, the tribute, to the hour of the Curragh of Kildare, because Miriam was born in the Curragh Irish Army camp. So it's a tribute to our comrade Miriam Daly. A fine June day in Belfast, the summer's come at last. The children from school will soon be free. Their little hearts are glad, but mine is very sad. My country's oppressed from sea to sea, and my birthplace I'll repair to the Curragh of Kildare. Our struggle there to plead for sympathy, for 800 years and more the Irish people have suffered war, starvation and threat of genocide under British tyranny and Orange bigotry. Our spirit has often all but died. Those who love their countrymen and would see them one again, with the wearing of the green still have to die. In the H-blocks and Armagh, on the blanket now they are, and for help across the border they all cry. From the south I heard your cry, and I answered, here am I. Your suffering and pain I will share. I will stay here by your side, not let partition us divide. And I appeal for all our people to care. In my birthplace I'll repair to the Curragh of Kildare. Our struggle there to plead for sympathy, who are these men at the gate with their faces full of hate? Oh no, they mean to murder me, that my death help to unite Irish people in the fight, help end the cruelties of Irish history. For no more I will repair to the Curragh of Kildare. Our struggle there to plead for sympathy, and no more I will repair to the Curragh of Kildare. Let's get, maybe another wee refill. Okay, let's see. What am I doing here? This one. A very special song. Not that the others weren't. It's a song also written by James Daly. When Patsy O'Hara was in hunger strike in his final days, his parents stayed with James Daly on Anderstown Road. And Jim would drive them to the prison. This song is based on Patsy's final words. He was the fourth hunger striker, 1981, the Haste Blocks of Longcash. And as he was dying, he could, his mother, I think his father wasn't allowed in. They got there too late to the prison, and the bastards wouldn't let his father in. So these are Patsy's final words, and he was concerned that his mother would revive him if he went into unconsciousness. And he said this to her. I can kind of not imagine what it was like for Peggy O'Hara to go through that. And at that stage he said, "I'm sorry, Mommy, we did not win. Please, Mommy, let the fight go on. In other words, don't revive me. We need to continue this struggle." And this is, James wrote this song. I arranged it a little bit and recorded it. Can't believe it's 40 years ago. Anyways, whenever people fight for truth, for freedom and justice too, we'll remember a martyred Irish youth. Patsy O'Hara will remember you. You answered your mother's final plea that your hunger strike should not go on. I'm sorry, Mommy, we did not win. Please, Mommy, let the fight go on. The unyielding stand you took that day struck a hard, resounding blow against Britain's monstrous tyranny, and will force her soon to go. The oppressor's lies and censorship gonna stifle your message so strong. I'm sorry, Mommy, we did not win. Please, Mommy, let the fight go. Whenever human dignity by oppressors is denied, where ruthless force and boundless greed is met by courage, faith, and pride. At the height of a struggle fierce and grim, we'll hear your dying words again. I'm sorry, Mommy, we did not win. Please, Mommy, let the fight go on. We love you, Patsy O'Hara. Bobby Sands and Francis Hugh, Raymond McCreesh and Joe McDonald, Martin Harrison and Kevin. Here comes Kieran Doherty, Tom McElwee and Michael Devine. For the cause you died and the reason why, we'll make sure that the fight goes on. Together you died for the love of us, and your courage will help us to fight on. For the cause you died and the reason why, we'll make sure that the fight goes on. Together you died for the love of us, and your courage will help us to fight on. For the cause you died and the reason why, we'll make sure that the fight goes on. Yes, we will. Okay. Oh. Run out of steam. Get old for that. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if this will work or not. Oh no, thinking of a different song. This song was written by a dear old friend of mine and comrade, Jackie Fitzpatrick. I've lost touch with him. I hope he's still alive and kicking. I'd love to see him again. I need the capo on this. Try and get the right key. Jackie was working at a factory on the outskirts of Belfast. I don't remember the name of it. Doesn't matter. And Michael Devine, the 10th hunger striker, Michael Devine from Derry, I have a great affinity with Derry City. That's another story. Wrote a letter seeking support for the hunger strike. It was aimed primarily at trade unionist and workers groups and rights. A general letter, but that was where. And the letter was read out at the factory gates where my friend Jackie was working. And it's online, it's published. You can go and check that out. And after Michael died, Michael, Red Mickey Devine, Jackie wrote this song in tribute to Michael. And I believe he sang it to me first, just after he had written it, appropriately enough. I think it was in the Morning Star at Pottinger Lane in Belfast. And I later recorded it. And Michael Devine. All the workers stood in silence at the thoughts of a man who died. We heard the news that morning, down tools for the side. We marched in silent anger, we made a class protest, as a 10th hunger striker in Long Cash met his death. Weeks before we had heard your letter read out of the factory gate, telling of the H-block horror, Britain's cold regime of hate. We knew you were a freedom fighter. You would not be criminalized. Michael Devine from Derry City, for freedom you sacrificed. On the thoughts of your last hour, as you slipped into death's cold hands, were you thinking of your loved ones, of friends throughout Ireland? Were you dreaming of your childhood, laughing as you played with those other bogside children in those far off distant days? Did you hear the words of Connolly as he fought to the GPO? Did you see the citizen army as they marched out to face the foe? Did you see the starry plough flying high above the Imperial Hotel? Did you hear the British guns roaring as they blasted Connolly's headquarters to hell? Or was your vision of the future in the ranks of the working class, scarlet banners flying as the serried ranks marched past? When Irishmen and women in their thousands will answer the call, taking power from our oppressors to the strains of the International. You were a gallant soldier, you fought them to the last. Irish workers, tell your story from Limerick to Belfast, thinking on your struggle, it's hard not to cry. Michael Devine from Derry City, in our hearts you'll never die. Michael Devine, our Derry hero, in our hearts you'll never die. Okay, coming to the end. Well, a few more songs if you'll bear with me. I don't know if this is going to work I need to. Used to be a starving artist, but now I have two guitars. See? Semi-starving artist. I have no idea if this will work or not. I don't even know what the hell key I'm in. Let's try this. The song I wrote after the Fianna Fáil debacle in Ireland, when they handed ownership over to the IMF, the Eurocrats, which probably owned it anyway to begin with. I recorded this. I've never done it live. It's keyboards and electric guitars and drums and bass and stuff. Bass and drums, yeah. Whereas I think the Orange bands, the Loyalist bands, is bass and drums, isn't it? We have bass and drums. Let's try. It's called the FFF song, and when you hear the song, you'll probably figure out what FFF means. So let's have a go and see how it goes. Stand down, stand down, stand down. Fianna Fáil, Fianna Fáil. Banks get bailed and the workers get nailed. Fianna Fáil, Fianna Fáil. The banks get bailed and the people get nailed. Soldiers of destiny, destitute and infamy, gangrene, gone shawnies, liars, cheats, thieves obscene. Up the green flag around them, boys, pull it tight, crush their toys. So much for a nation once again. You've sold us out in your capitalist game. Stand down, stand down. Orange, white and green more. The Euro bailiffs are at the door. Take it down from the mast. Turn yourselves in, your time is past. Begging bowl, cap and hat to the IMF on a wrenching foe, piling poverty and all our woes. Stand down, stand down. You know it's not just the Fianna Fáil. There's other Ramadans in the door. Wistful wankers, bloated bankers, greedy global gluttons all. Bureaucrat exploiters control our nation. Time to fight back against their exploitation. Time for a new citizen army. Time for a new citizen army. Come workers, rise again. Come workers, rise again. Come workers, rise again. Come workers, rise again. Stand down, you bastards. I guess you figured out what FFF means. Okay, two more and I think it's time for some libation. Let's see what I'm doing. Yeah, this is one of my most popular songs. I'm trying to think what key to sing in it. Keep it talking down to a minimum. If anybody's any questions or want to know about any of the songs, just contact me on Facebook or on my website even better. Ray Collins Music. Don't you know it was love at first sight when he saw her standing there with her little Armalite, Christian Dior combat jacket and her velvet black beret, her soft, her foster grand sunglasses. They just stole his heart away. Where would he be, the sensitive rebel boy, if it wasn't for the support of his strong-willed pride and joy? Where would he be when his mind's all in the world, if it wasn't for the love of his radical rebel girl? As she marches up the Falls Road with her long golden braids, she's the finest looking colleen in the Easter parade. She leads the colored party with the flags flying high. There's no one else to match her, she's the apple of his eye. Where would he be, the sensitive rebel boy, if it wasn't for the support of his strong-willed pride and joy? Where would he be when his mind's all in the world, if it wasn't for the love of his radical rebel girl? Now, no use looking in the kitchen, you'll be wasting your time. She's out there organizing on the picket line, a source of inspiration, a sister through and through. She don't want second best, only first class will do. Where would he be, the sensitive rebel boy, if it wasn't for the support of his strong pride and joy? Where would he be when his mind all in a whirl, if it wasn't for the love of his radical girl? Don't you know it was love at first sight when he saw her standing there with her little Armalite, Christian Dior combat jacket and her velvet black beret, her foster grand sunglasses, ooh, they just stole his heart away. Where would he be, the sensitive rebel boy, if it wasn't for the support of his strong-willed pride and joy? Where would he be when his mind all in the world, if it wasn't for the love of his radical rebel girl? Where would he be, the sensitive rebel boy, if it wasn't for the support of his strong-willed pride and joy? Where would he be when his mind's all in the world, if it wasn't for the love of his radical rebel girl? Another wee refill. Dental work is actually, it's holding up pretty well. Let me do what I want to do. I don't like doing that. It's pretty discourteous. I think that's it. I can't think of any other songs to sing, so better wrap up. Maybe one. an army brave, they fight from the cradle to the grave. Let the people be no longer slaves, the in-law freedom fighters. Followers of Connolly, they fight to bring us liberty. Socialism we might see, we're the in-law freedom fighters. Sear Siggajaw is our cry, and the starry plough our flag flies high. British tyranny we defy, we're the in-law freedom fighters. Rising throughout the land, Connolly and Head, gun on hand. The working class will take its stand with the in-law freedom fighters. Fighting for the working class, the priest condemns us at the mass. This will not turn us from our task as in-law freedom fighters. To make the Tory bastards grieve, one volunteer a bomb to leave, to kill imperial liberty, those did the freedom fighters. Sear Siggajaw is our cry, and the starry plough our flag flies high. Britain's tyranny we defy, we're the in-law freedom fighters. In-law freedom fighters. Murder and torture, imprisonment, our movement is still not spent. We vow we'll make our foes relent, we're the in-law freedom fighters. Sear Siggajaw is our cry, and the starry plough our flag flies high. England's tyranny we defy, we're the in-law freedom fighters. The Brits try to criminalize our comrades who on the blanket lie. When ensure the fight does not subside, we're the in-law freedom fighters. Captured guerrillas to jail are spent. As prisoners of war their time is spent. Heads on bows, knee unbent, unbroken freedom fighters. There was in 1981 a hunger strike, the rights begun, no death or victory was won for all the freedom fighters. The British hands died Bobby Sand, Christian youths for the fight of man. O'Hara's death, our symbol stands as in-law freedom fighters. Freedom, fight underneath our banners high, avenge our comrades who have died. Let the fight go on, as Patsy said, we're the in-law freedom fighters. I'll sing you all an army brave who fight from the cradle to the grave. Let the people be no longer slaves, the in-law freedom fighters. Followers of Connolly, they fight to bring us liberty. Socialism we might see, we're the in-law freedom fighters. Sear Siggajaw is our cry, and the starry plough our flag flies high. Britain's tyranny we defy, we're the in-law freedom fighters. Venceremos is our cry, and the starry plough our flag flies high. Britain's tyranny we defy, we're the in-law freedom fighters. Sear Siggajaw is our cry, and the starry plough our flag flies high. British tyranny we defy, we're the in-law freedom fighters. Sinead McCarthy. That's it.